All right, we're live. Good Thursday afternoon. Carl here of Untapped Genius, where it's all about tapping your potential, living your life to the fullest. Oh, yes, it is. So, I love doing behind the scenes kind of stuff. Today, I just purchased this, what's called a funnel simulator. So, if anybody's got an interest in selling things online in any form, a work of art or a coaching service or anything that you can possibly imagine, to let people know about what you offer, you have to have what's called a marketing funnel. And what it does is it simply lets you know all the different elements of a sequence of when somebody first gets turned on to what you're offering and what you're about, say like in this case through a Facebook ad. So this is I'm just going to have a little fun here figuring things out in real time as I'm live, because I think it'll help me bring some clarity to the steps that I need to take myself, and why not show you guys what I'm doing as I'm learning this platform in real time. Now, I'm only going to do it for a couple of minutes. It's just a bit of practice, and just in case you're curious about some of the activities that have to go on in the background for online businesses. And it can get pretty complex pretty quickly. And I have to admit, I get very easily overwhelmed when it comes to getting organized. I have a wild mind and I'm an idea person. That's where I thrive. Harnessing everything into ordered form is not necessarily something that I enjoy or that I'm very good at. And actually, in business, there are two main roles. One is the visionary, the idea person. That's me. And then there's somebody called an integrator. They integrate, they put a plan, and they make sure that your ideas are put into tangible form. And so I'm looking into getting an integrator so that I don't have to build these funnels myself. I don't have to do my own web pages. I don't have to do my own marketing. No, I should be dealing with teaching life as a wave and coaching and just having fun in that realm. That's my zone of genius, not this stuff. However, I am a web developer. I've been doing it for 20 years, so I can get into technical stuff, though I need to, again, get away from it. But here, so this is a marketing funnel, and it just maps out the journey that people will go through when they first begin to find out about who you are and what you offer. So like in this case, and I just started playing with this. I mean, I'm brand new to this. I just paid $100 for this simulator. And just again, in case you're curious at all, these are how things are. This is how things are planned out in terms of marketing, getting the word out. So let's say I've got a Facebook ad right here, and what that does, what this shows, and what I'm building is it's going to go to a free mini class. Now, not everybody's going to sign up for it. It's called an opt-in page. You put, if you've ever put in your email and whatnot, and you click submit or whatever, that is an opt-in form. And then when you do that, you're added to the person's email list. And that gives them an opportunity to build a relationship with you so that you have an opportunity to get to know them, like them, and trust them. That's the whole name of the game when it comes to online business, right? And so a standard practice is to offer what's called a lead magnet. A lead is somebody obviously who's just getting turned on to what you offer, and we want to see if they have any interest. Are they willing to give us their email address so that we can correspond with them? And so a lead magnet is a free offering in exchange for their email. And people can offer free videos, classes, trainings, PDFs, ebooks, checklists, to-do lists, all sorts of different things can be offered. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be offering my Life is a Wave movie once it's done. And I'm thinking of having different versions of it because I have multiple audiences that are a match for Life is a Wave. And so this is going to get pretty complex for me pretty quickly. So what I'm doing here is I've got my first Facebook ad audience. Who are they? And you can give further details to that. But here's the idea. I'm going to have one Facebook ad for one audience. Then I'm going to create another audience. And then I'm going to send out an ad to that. And then I'm going to create another audience because there are creatives who are a match for what I offer, people who are into law of attraction, perfect match. The list is endless, but I need to have the audience discover or help me. Let's see if I can put this right. I need the audience help to help discover who my audience is and what they're looking for and what they respond to and their messaging, the language that they use, how they think, right? The more I get to know my audience, the better I'll be able to communicate with them. There are multiple potential audiences, and instead of me figuring things out, instead, I'm building up this funnel, and I'm going to have probably about 5, 6, 7 different audiences and a variety of topics that I'm going to be advertising towards. And we don't know how any of those things are going to turn out. But the plan is to have multiple Facebook ads all leading towards this opt-in page where somebody's interested, they're intrigued, they'll give you their email address, and then they are taken to, as promised, the free training. First, after they opt in, they're taken to a thank you page, and it welcomes them and it prepares them for the mini training that they're about to have. And so then here it shows statistically when people opt in, most people are going to say no to an opt-in. So, you get a Facebook ad, you click on learn more or something, and you read some information, and then you see an opt-in form. For your email, we will give you, free report, watch this free training, whatever. Here, this is for their email address, they're going to get a free 3-day training. And so after they, now when they're taken from, now again, I'm just learning this on the fly as I'm talking about this, so forgive my my stuttering here a little bit, but so again, over here, I'm going to have multiple Facebook ads. They're all going to lead towards this opt-in page. Most people will not give you their email address, right? So that's a 80% no. This is a simulation, so I can put the numbers in like, okay, so if 80% people say no, but 20% said yes, then they're taken to the thank you for subscribing page, and then they're taken to their first lesson. So when they're taken to the thank you page, then 40% will actually go to, let's see, how does this work now? I think I just confused myself. Oh, I see, right. Here's lesson 1, here's lesson 2, and then there will be a lesson 3. I know this is a little messy right now. Just learning it on the fly. I've never used this thing before. But again, this is a funnel mapper and simulator. And once these things are mapped out, you can simulate. So, all right, how much, if I put, let's say $20 a day towards Facebook ad, but let's say I've got 5 different ads running, right? So there's gonna be a particular cost involved with that. But we wanna see what ads are gonna be working out the best. And so this software program will simulate, what are your goals? And, if you could calculate how many people, just take a guess, how many people are actually going to go from the ad to the opt-in page and then opt in and then actually take the course. It's going to be actually a very, very, very small percentage of people who actually do that. But there are industry standards that you want to be able to shoot for certain numbers and certain percentages who say, yes, I will give you my email address for this free training. Again, most people won't. As a matter of fact, if you get 2 to 3% people saying yes after they see your ad, they're taken to this opt-in page, only a very few people will say yes. And that's normal. And we want to know what to expect, right? Now, once somebody opts in, what percentage of the people are actually going to actually take the training? Some people are going to forget. Some people aren't going to have time, right? So we have to calculate all these things out and then simulate what is the potential outcome for this marketing strategy. And I'm not going to go into the details like cost per leads and all that kind of stuff, but this stuff gets pretty complicated pretty quickly. I do get overwhelmed with this stuff. And so this visual mapper is going to help me map out all the steps and what happens when somebody opts in, but they're never taken to the thank you page. Or let's say somebody opts in, then they're taken to an offer page, but they never sign up for it. There are all these different scenarios of what can happen, right? So you have to kind of simulate and figure out what happens if. And you map it all out on a funnel simulator just like this. And again, they can get very, very, very complicated, but at least it's mapped out. And then here, you, again, if you plug in the numbers, let's say 100 people sign up for the opt-in, and then only 10 of those people opt in for the actual paid offer, what are all the numbers going to be? See, it gets pretty complicated, pretty messy, doesn't it? And my brain gets short-circuited with this kind of stuff very, very, very quickly. But this is part of what it is to be an online entrepreneur. Now, again, I'm the visionary. The integrator is somebody who maps everything out, gets everything organized, makes sure that everybody follows through on their commitments and whatnot, right? And then ultimately, I will have a marketing source on my team. So they build these funnels. They run these things, right? I shouldn't be doing this. In the beginning, it is good to at least dive into it a little bit so you have an idea of what it's all about. So then when you do hire somebody, you have a much better chance of clearly communicating and understanding the results, et cetera, et cetera. So this is my quick little fun behind the scenes thing of what it takes to create a marketing funnel. It wasn't very clean or neat, but at least perhaps you get an idea. So if you ever see the word funnel, you now know what it is. What is the journey that people can take when they're being turned on to your offerings? So again, really, there are experts who build this stuff. That's all they do. And I shouldn't be doing this, but I am a do-it-yourselfer. I will dive in for a few days into this and then hopefully hire somebody to take care of this stuff for me. But it's at least good for you to know what you don't know, right? What are some of the things that go on behind the scenes to build a business? What an exciting time to have an online business. This is the gold rush era of that, especially with COVID and whatnot. More people are looking to find other ways of earning a living, doing their thing, sharing their message, putting out their work out into the world that needs it more than ever. So where there's a will, there's a way. It is not easy to have an online business. If I were to say that it's easy and that everybody's successful at it, I'd be lying. But there are a huge number of people who are doing really well. I'm part of multiple memberships. We're all trying to do our thing online. And I get to see real life examples of people doing stuff that's just, it blows me away. It's inspirational, and it's also a little like, oh man, I wish that was me, right? But in the end, it is inspirational to see very real people from all walks of life creating their online enterprise for their passion, their expertise that they want to share with the world, or their works of art. So you can literally have any interest that you could possibly imagine, the most esoteric, little known thing, and there will be other people in this world who will be into the same thing. And so you have a potential market for anything that you could possibly ever want to express or create or build for another to enjoy. So what is your project that you could be doing if you haven't already started? And if you haven't started, the hell are you waiting for? Let's get busy here. Why are you watching me? Go get busy. So seriously, man, this is a time to do our thing. And yet, we have 101 excuses and, well, not excuses, but I'll just say reasons, things that get in the way of us being clear consistently enough where we can actually start putting time and energy towards those things that we really want to be doing. May have forgotten that we really want to be doing something because we are so busy with being, just dealing with everyday life and whatnot. But I say that dusting off those dreams, those old passions, those old interests that you've had way back when, if there was ever a time to dust those things off, and at least consider taking that first little step. Or don't even consider, just mindlessly take that first step. What would be that first step or that next step? If you're already working on something, what would it be? And why not just do one little thing today, just to have a little fun with it? Yeah. We're waiting for you. Come on. Let's do it. See ya.